That's where I do 90% of our Instagram posts come from Canva.
Make the logo on Canva.
Yeah, why not?
Oh. But yeah, no, I text him and I'm like, hey, like, because me and him had worked on Photoshop for logos and just kind of branding and whatnot over time from different projects. And I was like, can you make something for me? He's like, maybe. Can you tell me a little bit about the project? So I talked about our podcast. And then he's like, get to work and I'll get back to you in a week. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, yo, I'm just so busy. I'm going to have to pass this off to some other great people. I'll have them get in touch with you. And that was also a week ago today. So I'm like, all right, he either pass it on to somebody and is talking about it, or I have no idea. Welcome back. How was your chicken and cheese?
For a second, I thought you had it in a crispy taco shell. And I was like, just a chicken patty in a crispy taco shell.
We do be that poor today. It's the week to go to the grocery.
Every week is the week to go to the grocery store.
Oh, we tried La La.
HelloFresh?
No.
Oh.
What did you talk? The Busty Baskets of Berries. What were we talking about? Organic.
Oh, yeah.
We tried buying organic. The eggs tasted the same. I'm sorry, I disagree.
No, they don't.
Tasted the same. We did have the update, of course, the fact that you were like, oh, not all chicken eggs are white. We got to clarify.
Damn, that was so long ago. I was concussed forever ago.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I am feeling better. I still have tinnitus, which, if you don't know, is like when your ears ring all the time. Like a ringing in your ears. Which is like a concussion symptom. But yeah, it's less frequent than it used to be. But for like weeks and weeks, I say that like it was forever ago because it feels like it. What are you doing?
Oh, no.
Oh.
You're good.
But yeah, so I had that for a long time. And still do. But less frequently. Other than that, like, I'm good. We got a new car.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
What kind of car did you get?
So Corey got a 2015 Subaru Forester, which is 4 years newer than his previous car. And, like, he wanted kind of the same thing. He had a Subaru Outback before, but they're a lot more expensive. And buying a car right now sucks. So, but yeah, we got a new car. Everyone else is fine.
Congrats.
Thanks.
I'm happy for you. We were nervous there for a second.
I was nervous for a second. There were literally days where I thought that my eyes were going to fall out of my face.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I've never had it.
I hadn't either.
A concussion.
Yeah, I hadn't either. And I didn't think that I was concussed. So, like, it happened on a Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, I was fine. But I also wasn't really doing a whole lot. Like, obviously, we weren't going anywhere. And then I got to work on Monday, and I was looking at my computer screen. And I, like, the words on the computer screen were literally, like, jumping off. Like, they didn't make any sense. It took me probably 25 minutes to send one email. And I was, like, working with the lights off. And my supervisor was like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, I think I have a concussion. Yeah.
Did it mess with the, like, emotions in general? Were you more, like, angry, more anxious?
No, I cried all the time.
Just out of nowhere.
Just, like, at everything. And I guess that's another symptom, too. Just, like, being super emotional. I literally cried. Like, I cry a lot anyways, because I'm a but...
Oh, my God. Was not expecting.
I am. Oh my God. Like, I saw a commercial on Instagram the other day, and it was like a Christmas holiday commercial, but it was from the perspective of the light inside of the grocery store thing that, like, rings up the barcode. And I literally teared up because it was so cute, and every time that something would slide across, it would go beep, beep. And then at the end of the day, it, like, crawls out of its hole, like, its little home, because the store is closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it can, like, see everybody outside having, like, a grand old time and, like, spending time with their family and stuff. And it was like, beep, because it didn't have a family. But then one of the store workers went to all of the other cash registers and pulled out all of the beepers, and then they put them all in one place, and they had like a Christmas together, just the little beeps. And it was the saddest but like cutest commercial I've ever seen. And I cried. Real tears. And this was yesterday, so this was like post-concussion symptoms.
Wow.
It's fine.
I think the moral of that story is anything so small still matters.
Yes.
If we didn't have the little beep, then we couldn't have the fun with our
The
families.
little beeps.
No. I mean, because also I'm thinking about organic food like eggs and bananas. Also, those tasted the same to me. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, organic bananas taste the same, but like, have you ever
But
seen a
eggs don't.
non-organic banana? It's
Well, yeah, they're a
literally
lot bigger,
the
but
size
like,
of my forearm, and that to me feels not natural.
I think it's interesting that the eggs taste a little different. But did you find any differences in food with your concussion?
Not that I noticed. I don't think so.
Like, I've heard people like on, I shouldn't trust Reddit that much, but I've seen things on Reddit where people are like comparing it to drinking juice out of your juicy cup.
No,
But like people have said like everything tasted metallic, almost like some medications that you take.
Right. No, I did read that. Mostly before I went and had before I went and got checked out for an actual concussion, like I was looking up symptoms and stuff like that, and one of them was like a lack of taste or like a weird taste, but I didn't have that. I kept telling people I felt like I was running on dial-up internet speed.
I'm every day.
That is literally what it felt
Every
like,
day.
is that I knew what I wanted to say, and I knew how I wanted to get there. It just took me twice as long, and there was a lot of like meow happening in between, if that makes sense. Like, can you the little like dial-up internet noise? Okay,
I already thought about it.
I'm glad you picked up on that. But yeah. It probably also didn't help that I didn't stop working the entire time. Like, I worked from home, so I didn't ever really allow myself time to heal, which is probably why my ears are still ringing, but...
I'm scared to work from home. Like this winter coming, like if I have to do work from, I don't want to get snowed in. I know some clients will be able to do like telehealth, but I know some won't. Which is another reason why I'm like building up my deep freeze downstairs in bulk with like frozen foods and whatnot, because I know there's going to be days where we're stuck at home, and like after working, or even if it's on a day that I'm not working, even if it's like a weekend, I just want something I can like heat up really quickly.
Yeah.
It's organic because it's stuff. Well,
I mean, they do
no,
make
it's not organic.
They do make
Is
well-made...
escarole organic?
What?
I don't remember escarole being advertised as.
What
organic.
are you saying to me?
It's a type. It's also known as endive. The lettuce.
No.
Yeah, it's a form of leafy green. It's on the shelves right next to the heads of romaine.
It looks like lettuce.
I believe you.
It looks like lettuce and celery had a very unfortunate child.
It really is, because if you don't boil it first before you make wedding soup, the bitterness from it leaks into the broth.
Ew.
So you have to my mom was right. She said when you're making wedding soup, you gotta, in a separate pot, you gotta boil this endive until it becomes like soggy and droopy, and let it get pretty close to
Yeah.
being too gross, and then take it out. And then she's like, when you're done and you dump it, your water's gonna be green.
That happens when you make broccoli too.
Right. So like a lot of that stuff is coming off, and like that water was green.
Interesting.
But it doesn't. But if you don't do that, or if you don't wash it, I don't think people put it in salads. It's bitter. Oh yeah.
My question is, how does the deep freeze relate to telehealth and your clients?
We were talking about organic foods, and I was like, I just made a whole bunch of homemade foods, and I didn't use like boxed foods or anything because we're prepping for winter. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, the ingredients I put in there, none of them are labeled organic.
Wait, you froze soup?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a thing?
Yes. I can get you like 5-pound tubs too. I have a 3-gallon bucket downstairs that originally had relish in it that now has wedding soup.
What do you freeze it in?
Nothing. You just put a clear plastic, kind of wrap is that?
Cling wrap.
Yeah, cling wrap just enough so it like clicks. It like sticks onto the surface of the liquid on top. It helps with like freezing, like with ice buildup and whatever.
So it doesn't get freezer burnt?
Yeah, that one. And then you just pop a cap on top, throw it right in your freezer, and then let it do its thing.
So then when you go to make it, you have to reheat all of it.
Yeah, because I have 5 pound, I don't know what the equivalent in liquid is, but I have 5 pound containers filled with it. So I'm just going to take out a pot, turn it on low heat enough for the ice to melt. And then I'll just turn it up to warm it up, and it's ready.
That's genius.
And you're only supposed to keep soup. Google says 3 months. There's people that report online that they've kept their stuff for upwards of a year and a half or so, and then when they defrost it, they're like, it tastes fine.
Interesting. I've actually never frozen anything, except for like things that come out of the freezer section.
I was excited though because I was like, oh, I finally get to make stuff at home. It's organic. I'm not taking in those chemicals. I put the noodles in there. Who knows what those have? The endive or the leafy green was not classified as organic. The beef base or chicken base is most certainly not organic, and I don't even think the celery was.
But if you boiled your like endive whatever,
everything got boiled.
Yeah. Okay, so like, well, but you specifically boiled your lettuce, like you
yes.
didn't. I think boiling in soup is a little bit different, but so any pesticides or whatever would have been on that is off of it now.
Same with well, the celery was used to make the broth, so that counts too.
Probably. I mean, if it was boiled, like anything that was on it would have come off. Like,
hey, besides the little circle noodles, I call them nub noodles. But what are they?
Nub noodles?
They're not nub noodles. There's actually ones that look like nubs, but like the little circle, little fisheye looking ones.
Like gnocchi?
No, it's got a weird name.
Also, I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk, and I'm like, I keep seeing a person walk past the window. And then I realize I am looking into our neighbor's kitchen. And I'm just sitting here staring.
I'm shutting the blinds.
And I was like, I am staring into our neighbor's kitchen. Not even looking. I was kind of like, I think I need to call the hotline because I see something in front of our window.
That's actually amazing.
Shut your blinds, kids.
I am still curious about why there was a bus outside
At 6 p.m.
at 6 p.m.
Eastern Daylight Saving Times.
Hey, we're not doing that anymore.
It's not until
yeah.
next year.
Wait, so we're still going to spring
So, like,
forward in the spring?
We'll do one more spring forward.
And then one more spring back?
Where is it?
No.
Because technically right now, the time that we're in is real time.
Oh.
When we spring forward, that's what gets messed up. That's not normal. Oh, that's weird. Because
That's
and I know
concerning.
that because like when we went to Hawaii a couple years ago, it always gets dark at 6 p.m. in Hawaii because they don't have daylight savings time.
I'm holding my phone away. So the noodles called encini de pepe.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
I'm wondering if the echo that we hear in the other podcasts are because of my phone, because it's built different. I'm gonna leave my phone.
Yeah, because your phone is like a laptop.
Oh, it's a laptop. There's videos too of people putting, it's like steel wool around the phone, and then when someone makes a phone call, all of the steel wool just starts lighting on fire.
That is not normal.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to research it to make sure I'm not destroying my brain.
I was gonna say I would be very concerned about what is like.
But to go all the way back, that's why I brought up the stuff in the freezer, because I was like, oh, it's organic, and I guess it almost is organic, so I was proud of myself.
I mean, kind of, I
I'm
guess.
glad to hear you're feeling better and that we're
Thank
all
you.
eating almost just a little bit healthy. I know I also made like 6 gallons of chili, so it's probably not exactly the most healthy.
That's okay.
I don't know how healthy we're doing. I got my pillars back from work.
Nice.
I'm 5.1 out of 5 on terms of having a heart attack.
I'm sorry. What?
What?
There's
What
like
did you just say?
There's like this weird scale, and I think it's like called ADL or LC or LDL. Sorry for all those medical people out there cringing. But you're supposed to, like, the highest it's supposed to be is 5. I'm at 5.1, which means
At risk
like,
of having a heart attack.
yeah, like that 5 is the highest you should be. And I'm at 5.1. So, Losing weight is on the ballot for me.
Amazing.
Also, my A1C was 10. So
I don't know what any of this means. I know it's
A1
not good.
Your A1C should not be above 7.
correct.
Oh.
In fact, it really should be under 7.
Like 5 to 6.6. I think 5.3 to 6.6.
Oh.
But if you're diabetic, 7 is acceptable. Kind of.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I know Corey just went to his endocrinologist recently, and they were like, oh, your A1C went up, and it's like 5.1. And he was like freaking out.
Wow. To be Corey.
Yeah.
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 I'm so sorry. So we're going to have to definitely start eating healthier.
They said no more red meat, but like that, that's going to be hard.
We just bought a quarter of a cow.
Oh.
That's a lot of red meat.
A lot of red
That is
meat.
You know what? But
But
a
that, like-
lot of it is left as steak, and we don't eat steak very often.
Yeah.
So I'm sure here and there is not a problem. We have steak like but maybe once a month.
Yeah, that's not bad. But also, like, that, I think, I'm pretty sure red meat can, like, increase your cholesterol, and that's also, like, not great.
Yeah, I do have... my cholesterol was high, too.
I assumed with everything else that you just said that was
It said-
also a factor.
I think it said, like, 140 is, like, the highest it really should be, and I was, like, 145 or something like that.
Okay, so it wasn't, like, terrible. I
It
guess
wasn't
I don't...
like, I'm gonna die
Right.
from my cholesterol, but, like, heart attack, very present. A1C, shit, also present.
I have a list, actually, on my Google Drive. I'll have to share it with you, full of, like, good recipes, because I've tried them all and have done them all, that are, like, healthy and diabetic friendly, and then also, like, healthy and diabetic friendly alternatives to my favorite snacks.
Ooh,
I'll send it to you.
okay. That sounds good.
And just for reference, my favorite snacks are ice cream and Cheez-Its, so...
I love cookies. But that's a dessert. That's not really a snack.
They do make really good, like, cookies, too, though. I can't think of the brand right now.
Like the dog treats.
What?
What?
Like the dog treat cookies.
Oh.
Scooby snacks?
No, if you
No,
go
they
into
look
the
like
go into the
Oreos.
pet section, they have dog treats that literally look like Oreos, and they really are just diet Oreos because they don't put the sugar in it, but most of the other ingredients are pretty similar, especially because Oreos themselves are so artificial. So if you buy it for your dogs, not only is it good for the dogs, but you can eat them yourself, and I've had them. I've had both flavors, and they literally just taste like...
Sugar-free Oreos?
They taste like
Like
the
extra
generic Dollar
sugar-free.
Tree version, but like the bottom shelf variant. It's like one of those Dollar Trees that has a couple different varieties, and it's the cheapest one at the bottom shelf that nobody really goes for, but has just enough flavor that it passes.
Interesting.
The dogs go nuts, which is great.
I mean,
But,
I bet.
yeah. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Sweet. All right. Oops. I'm sorry.
Now that you're all focused.
What is happening?
I'm trying to find... What the hell? Is it on the wrong... Oh! Ha! Yay! Good conversation, guys.
That was a good conversation.
Sweet.
Yeah.